what you learned in school. Never mind what your parents told you, and disregard what your friends say. From now on, the only people you need to listen to are these guys. For the next several minutes, they'll take you on a journey through the political jungle. And when your journey is over and you're safe at home, they promise you'll be stronger, smarter, and just plain better. So buckle up, hang on to your ears, because your journey starts now.
The buck stops here. The buck stops at the president's desk when he's president of the United States.
Boy, don't you wish that were true today? Obama just deflects and deflects. It's nothing's his fault, nothing at all.
I mean,
he just goes on and on. And it's everybody else's fault but him.
Yeah,
like a fifth grader.
Yeah, exactly. He's like a fifth grader.
You know he's a sociopath, right?
No, he is not.
And I think almost all politicians are in some sense.
I don't think
they have to be.
I don't think so.
Who in their right mind would want that job, or any political job,
or any job?
No, not any job. There's plenty of noble jobs. Politics is not one of them.
Name one noble job.
Somebody who searches for the cure to cancer is a noble pursuit.
Okay.
Someone who searches for a way to feed the world's masses so starvation is gone. That's a noble cause.
A noble pursuit.
Yeah.
You, as a human, have a right to somebody searching for a cure to a disease. That's not noble. That's your right.
I disagree with that.
Whatever.
Your right is everything, Snowflake.
Yeah. No, listen. I'm telling you, you have the right.
Why are we so feisty today? I think I had to do with the alcohol.
You showed up early.
Yep. You know what it was?
No.
I got to smooch and kiss your little baby girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's 15.
She's still crying. She's still crying.
There may be some legal aspects to it. She's one.
She's still crying, though.
She's not crying.
Still crying.
She was.
She is one now.
She was so cute. She was reaching forward to kiss me. Oh, dude, kiss me. And I kissed her on the head. Snuggle her. It's just breathing that baby sound is just fantastic. I just love it. Oh, she's a sweetheart. That's what it is. That's what wound me up, because she's so sweet. And
wow, you're weird.
And cheerful.
She's cheerful.
And she's one of the few females in the world that doesn't get repulsed by me immediately.
Well, that one day she cried.
She did, but I just figured she had pneumonia or something.
Yeah, that's right.
I blame it on that. Couldn't be me. So anyways, your baby's really, really cute.
Yeah, thanks. I'm not sure it's mine.
Well, they have DNA. They can test these things out.
I mean, because she's darn cute.
No, I'm thinking because, there's a lot of reasons why I think that. I would go for the test. All right. Today's Thursday, of course. It's February 4th. February, man. January went right by. Didn't it?
Yeah, it only took like 31 days.
It was like 31 days, and it was over.
Yeah.
It's the 4th. It's 2016.
This month's
going
to go by even quicker, but not quite as quickly as it did last year.
I predict about 29 days.
Yeah, the groundhog, he saw a shadow.
That doesn't have anything to do with the month of February. It has to do with weather.
Are you well, it actually has nothing to do with... Well, it does have something to do with weather. Is it sunny or not sunny today? And what time is it?
And listen,
which direction do I look?
If he sees it as 6 more weeks of winter, if he doesn't, it's 6 more weeks of winter. So
no, if he doesn't see it, winter's over in 6 more weeks.
No, that's not what it says.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's exactly the same.
No, it isn't the same.
Yeah, it's exactly.
You're wrong.
Anyways, we are in the
look it up.
Freedom Studios. Go ahead, do that, Mr.
What's his name?
Obvious. Punxsutawney Phil. Good luck spelling that.
Uh-huh.
We're on the 15th floor of the Patriot Towers in Liberty City. Where are we at, Nate?
What?
Punxsutawney,
Pennsylvania, yeah.
Not Tony, it's Punxsutawney.
No,
my grandfather was born in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. His father was a coal mining union organizer. Boo, right? That shut everybody down. Let's see. We got a lot to talk about. We've got our trivia question, which is a good one this week. We have our day in history. What do you want to talk about? We could talk about how we worked for an hour and a half on the Second Amendment March website, which is organizing a statewide Second Amendment event in the state of Michigan at the Lansing State Capitol. That's April 13th. It's a Wednesday from 10 o'clock until 2 o'clock. This year we're going to have something a little different. We're going to have a legal firearm panel. We're going to have 3 of the top firearm attorneys in the state of Michigan up on stage answering questions from the audience about firearm laws in Michigan, which are very convoluted and ridiculous. They're very hard to navigate, and we will have 3 professionals up there that'll answer any of your questions, and sometimes their answers will be this. I can guarantee it. I don't know.
You think so?
I'm not sure.
You should consult an attorney about that.
This one is, it depends.
Yeah, that'll be a good
And your case may vary. Because when it come to the law, ain't nothing understood.
Right? I'm not a lawyer. And,
I'm not. Wait a minute. I am a lawyer. We're going to have to put a caveat in there that this is not legal advice that's binding.
We don't have to do that. We'll leave that to the lawyers.
Yeah, they'll have their lawyers look into it.
Yeah, right.
So we'll have 15 layers of lawyers looking into this.
That sounds about right, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
I mean,
it does.
If you get in trouble with the firearms law, that's what's going to happen on the other side.
Right.
So there's going to be 15 lawyers working against you.
Anyways, it'll be Stephen Doolin. It'll be Jim Mikowski, and it'll be Dean Greenblatt, all working on current cases, 2 of which are going to the Michigan Court of Appeals.
Yeah.
With the open carry of a handgun in schools, which is legal under the statute for a concealed pistol holder in the state of Michigan. Yep. Some schools have accepted that and do allow it, and other school districts are fighting it tooth and nail. We had 2 cases. One said the school is right and you can't carry there, and another district within the state said, no, you can't ban guns from schools. So they're allowed. So both of those will be going to the Court of Appeals.
Right.
And then there's another case that's challenging the University of Michigan's prohibition on guns, and the claim is that they are in violation of the preemption law since they are basically a local unit of government and not the state, so they can't enforce firearm laws that are more restrictive than the state.
Right.
So we'll see how that goes. And unfortunately, that is in the same district where the female anti-gun judge ruled in favor of the Ann Arbor school, saying you couldn't carry a gun and that a school could ban firearms. So it'll be interesting. Those are the 3 attorneys that we'll be having at this event. Again, April 13th. Just in about 10 weeks or so, right?
Yeah, coming up.
We're also going to have C.J. Grissom, who is the founder of Open Carry Texas, who fought hard over the last couple of years and got open carry legal in Texas, where it was illegal forever.
Yeah, and I think we'll have to have him on the show before the march to ask, but I hope he includes in his...
We've had him on the show.
In his speech. I know, but I want to ask him... I don't want him to miss this. It's very important.
Right.
Since that law went
You're going to help him with his speech writing?
Yeah, I'm helping him right now.
Right.
He's
listening, I'm sure.
There have been so many shootings in Texas.
Because of this.
Because of open carry. Yeah. There's blood everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't fly into, Dallas-Fort Worth Airport
without being shot at, without gunfire hitting airplanes and everyone else.
By openly carried firearms. It's horrible. Or handguns, I guess.
What the big bitch is about the butters, of course, being people that believe in the Second Amendment, but there should be all kinds of restrictions.
Yeah, like very large state
gun organizations.
in
right?
Michigan.
Some of those, yeah. Uh-huh. Many legislators within many state governments are, I believe in the Second Amendment, but and they make carve-outs for special people and special groups like law enforcement.
Yeah, no, it's great because some people are just more equal than others.
Right, and that was written very well in Animal Farm by our good buddy and friend of the show. Who wrote 19? Oh, George Orwell.
You painted yourself into a corner there.
George Orwell. Yeah, he wrote Animal Farm. Read that book and read 1984 if you haven't read it. 2 excellent books.
Yeah.
Do it. I told my daughter to read it, and she says, I just can't get into it. And I said, well, you'll get into the freight cars if you don't read it. So
it's not funny at all.
No, not funny. And
she's still an Obama supporter, though, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
She was. I don't know.
Probably Bernie Sanders.
I told her.
nowadays.
Well, I jump on her every day for that. She's 21 in college, so she's going to be, this liberal bleeding heart. But
I wasn't.
in big, women's choice and gay rights and all that stuff.
That's okay.
But you heard about, the Bernie Sanders drinking game. You heard of that, right?
Well,
That's where when Bernie Sanders promised you free stuff, you chug the beer of the guy next to you.
it seems fair.
That seems fair.
And any Bernie Sanders supporter would be okay with that.
Fine. It would be okay unless it's your beer that's being drunk by someone. Then
Well, that's what I'm saying. They should be okay with it, shouldn't they? I don't have
They
a beer.
should be okay.
You have a beer. Give me half of your beer.
Even if you have a beer, I should be entitled to half of your beer.
That's true.
To pay at least for someone else's beer that doesn't have a beer.
I want beer.
Now I do. Yeah. We got rum, but we got wine here.
We have a lot of
in
wine.
the studio here.
We've got rum. We've got vodka.
Punxsutawney.
I have a whole bottle of vodka.
No,
Let me
the
see.
bottle
Here
is
it is.
an
There it
ounce
is.
and a half. Those are baby bottles. That's what I bought your daughter for her birthday.
I know. I appreciate it.
Where were we going with this?
I have no idea. CJ.
Yeah, but we were talking about.
No, that was it.
Social
You
stuff.
were talking about the march. CJ is going to be one of the main speakers.
Yes, he will. He's going to be flying into Michigan from Texas. And
Rick Ector, who we've also had on the show.
Rick Ector is a great proponent of trying to legally arm everybody in the city of Detroit. He's a firearm instructor in the Detroit area. He's been on our show, and he's been a speaker at our marches before.
Yeah.
He'll be there again.
Yep.
We always have a few state representatives, and we'll have the
You
leaders.
think Mike Green will do it this year?
I don't think he will. Mike Green won't. I will say we're going to have.
Invited him.
We're going to have. Oh boy, I can't think of his name. Representative Runstead,
Yeah.
who has proposed a constitutional carry bill.
Yeah.
which is getting a lot of press right now in the state of Michigan. And it's amazing. You know all the butters come out of the woodwork then, because I can't believe the number of people that go, oh, I believe in the Second Amendment and everything, but boy, are we going to let anybody carry guns without any training? There'll be blood in the streets. So I always ask them, how many people are carrying guns concealed right now without permits in the state? Some.
And there.
So,
Oh, yeah,
a
lot, I'm sure.
And then I ask them, what about freedom scares you? And freedom is scary.
Yeah.
And all these things.
Yeah.
And I say, look at the 7 other states that allow constitutional
Freedom-
carry and see what problems they have.
Freedom is
None.
less scary when you have a gun.
Well, I would think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Even if you don't have a gun, freedom is still a good thing. It's better to have freedom than not.
Yeah. So, I say it all the time. It's not perfect, right? I mean, there is
Never
some
is.
pain to freedom,
And
but it is always the best choice.
Yep. Better to be free than a slave, which is a foreshadowing into our This Day in History coming up later in the show. So let's see, law panel. Oh, other cool dudes. What other cool dudes are we having? Nobody.
Representatives from each of the.
Yeah, from each of the gun
So I
groups.
think it's worth noting that I don't think you did. The march this year is put on by Second Amendment March,
Yep.
Michigan Open Carry,
Yep.
and Michigan Gun Owners.
Right.
There's a very, very, very large state gun privilege organization
That
is
used
absent
to be
from that
involved
list.
with us.
They've been involved most years, right? And
Right. Since the beginning.
They
since we've
decided
done
not to this year, and instead have a lunch or a dinner for
They're
somebody.
going to look at the more of the self-defense use of firearms, because they didn't really like the open carry aspect of it, because it took away from their group.
Their support of the Second Amendment. I don't understand.
And
There's
let
a
me
bit of a conflict there.
let me
don't you
just
think?
say this. When the constitutional carry bill was announced in the last 2 days, Michigan Open Carry endorsed it. Gun Owners of America endorsed it. And the one we're talking about, Michigan Coalition of Responsible Gun Owners, are pondering it.
Well,
We'll have to look at it and then decide whether we support it or not.
Yeah. Now, when Mike Green puts forth an anti-gun bill, they are very, very quick to jump on
right
that.
away, because Mike Green is on the board of directors of this organization.
It's insane to me, and they state all the time, right, that constitutional carry